Hello and welcome to the Blue Devils Podcast, a podcast about West Haven Blue Devils sports. I'm your host, Dominic Konoweski. Now, folks, I gotta say before we get into this is about, I would say, my 11th, 12th time of trying to record this video, so definitely subscribe down below, show your appreciation, it's free, it doesn't hurt you to do it. So with that said, we have a lot of news. Let's hit off with hockey. Puck drop, most recently at the Bennett, Blue Devils versus North Haven. That was somewhat of a rivalry game, quote-unquote, Battle of the Havens. Overall, though, it was more of a student section rivalry than an actual team rivalry. Of course, Connecticut high school hockey with the student section top 5, you got the Blue Devils always battling it out with North Haven. In the most recent years, North Haven, though, winning those battles most of the times. For the theme, you had North Haven come out as ski. Dumbest idea I thought that anyone could make up. It was essentially just people showing up in heavy jackets, which kind of made sense anyways because it's winter time, and then a few people had ski goggles on. Overall, though, essentially there was no fan turnout there, and I can't stress that enough. There was almost no one there for the North Haven side, so they're obviously not going to do well in this upcoming week. But you know what, though, West Haven, some beach party. It may be, well, at the time it was January. It may have been January, but heck, they were acting like it was the 4th of July. You had inflatables there, people showing up in their bathing suits, sunglasses. They were living it up. Hawaiian shorts. I love those. Someone bought inflatable beach balls. They were tossing them around. It was fun. It was like a college student section, and I think that's the biggest thing about the Devil's Den, the West Haven Blue Devils student section. It feels more like a college student section to me than a regular high school game. Now, overall, though, Blue Devils would lose that hockey game. It was very close, tied at 1-1, but in the third, goals went flying off. First of all, one of them was a cheap shot. Javed Ula, he worked hard. Above 25 saves on the day. Not enough, though, sadly. So West Haven loses that game 3-1. They are now 2-9 in the win-loss column as I'm making this video. Now, actually, this is the third time ever doing an episode here for the Blue Devil Podcast. And this is the first time that you don't have a hockey game going on. You don't have a boys or girls basketball game going on. We are all freed up tonight when it comes to sports. Of course, I will be covering both of the girls' home basketball games Friday and Saturday. So stay tuned for that. Now going on to basketball. Boys basketball, they have been up and down this season. No doubt about that. They have been up and down this season. Trending up, though. Frankly, I wouldn't say that there is a standout player at this point. There are, I would say, about 3 solid players that have been a huge part of this team. Now, I'm not trying to down any players. Overall, this team has been solid. Definitely not the team it was, though, when they won the state championships just a few months ago. But a lot of solid players, though, and a lot of young, great players that are definitely going to give this team a great future. Overall, if I'm correct, they are either at 500, one game above 500. So either 5-4 or 4-4. Hey, don't shoot the messenger, folks. You know, I'm just so looking at what's on my notebook. You know, this ain't even scripted. I just have win-loss records here. But overall, the basketball team is doing good. Nothing to complain there, or really say good. 4-4 in the win-loss column. You gotta respect that. You gotta, you know. I do see them going somewhat deep into the playoffs. They've played a lot of good games. It's just inconsistency, though. But also, though, they have a very tough schedule coming off of a state championship win. That goes with any team. And they lost a lot of big seniors. So it's just a lot of adjusting still. I would say it's fairly early on in the season. More than enough time to rebound. Now, the girls basketball team, oh my gosh. They have been unbelievable. They have been winning. Yes, a few losses here and there, but they have been unstoppable. Like, I swear, this team doesn't really know how to lose. Even when they do lose, they turn heads. They make people impress. They have a lot of great players on their team, most likely going to have, I would say, at least 1, possibly 2 All-State players, but definitely I would go as far as saying 3 All-SEC players once this season is over, without a doubt. Long playoff run, I could easily see this team on the regular season winning about 16 to 17 games. Right now, they have only lost 2 games, so most they could go is 18-2, so I could see them with a 17-3, 16-4 record. But 100%, this team is more than capable on winning the state championships. Heck, last game against Korea, blowout. That they made the Korea players rethink their career. 12 Blue Devil players scored. You don't even see that in the NBA or the WNBA when it comes to blowouts. It was domination all up and down the lineup, switch rotation, domination. You gotta love what the Blue Devils girls basketball team is doing this season. It's more than consistent, more than solid. Frankly, it's a shame that the varsity team can only hold so many players and can only get so many minutes. Because I tell you, even the JV team is full of a lot of young, up-and-coming players. This team is set to do good things and impress a lot of people over the next few years. Possibly a mini dynasty. Who knows? And that's what I love about high school sports with the mini dynasties. And overall, you don't really see them last too long because it's high school. Of course, no trades, but people graduate or just choosing not to play. But that's also what makes high school sports the best. You see the ups and downs. You see the true raw emotion. Overall, the girls basketball team, they are 10-2 in the win-loss column through 12 games. So more than halfway of the season is over and done with 8 games left of the season. Comment down below what you guys think their final record will be. And we also have their team manager coming on. Not going to say any names. You see that video tomorrow about around 4 o'clock, so stay tuned for that. Folks, thank you guys for tuning in to the Blue Devil Podcast. An unfiltered, frankly, unscripted podcast about West Haven Blue Devil sports. And it is the only podcast about West Haven Blue Devil sports, so this is the place you want to be. Subscribe if you like the vibe. I'm Dominic Konowski. Thank you guys for tuning in. Take it easy.